Hey team, welcome back to another episode of the Jenn Commandments podcast. I am your host, Jenn Wien. I'm an engineer currently working in Wisconsin. I grew up in the Chicagoland area and I went to college in Michigan. How are you? We're going to release a different episode than the one that I had previewed because I feel like this one's a little bit more relevant. So today is currently Monday, whatever the day is before the day that it comes out. Bubby, come here. Today I went to court for the first time for myself. Uh, and I had an emergency no contact order filed against me from a current teacher at Bloom Trail. And I've never talked to him. I've never talked to that man. Never, not once. Um, I got to have a conversation with Jane Doe. I just like on the way home, I had that, oh, is this a sinking ship? Am I dedicating too much to this now? I had that sort of like, if it's going to start affecting me personally, is it worth it to me? I need to start making some decisions. You know what I mean? I need to figure out what's important to me, and that sort of things. Jane Doe was so kind to take a call from me, and we talked a little bit, and she really helped me with these feelings, of like, is what I'm doing enough? And then even if it's not perfect, can I be content that something got done? And at what point is it too much for me to continue to do alone? Blah, 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 blah. Right. And it was just a really nice conversation to have from somebody who gets it. Um, Jane Doe is the reason why we're here and the reason why I started this to begin with, and to be able to have that conversation with her and take it back to her. Anywho, we just got to have like a real fucking conversation about what the future looks for this, what the future looks for me. And like, I guess there was a part of me that was feeling I want to do right by these women, and but I need to know that that's not the only reason that I feel like I have to do it. Like, obviously I want to do it, but I also just I have a habit of overgiving, right? And I that's not a critique of any of the work that I've done. I don't regret any of the work that I've done. I'm happy to do more. Um but I'm trying to figure out and navigate. I have to take myself and the rest of my life into consideration too. So, the tea is, so let's get into it. Here's what court looked like for me. So I went in, and unfortunately, the judge who was supposed to take our whatever our initial case was, initial hearing. So he was out. And so I was like, TTT, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. And so we did it in 602. But because of that, our cases got pushed to the end. So we did wait around a lot. Me complaining about my hearing. No, I'm not trying to complain. But we waited around, and then when we got up there, me and the teacher, mind you, me and this teacher are shoulder to shoulder up at this podium, and we're shoulder to shoulder, and on Zoom I see a school board member who doesn't know that they have their camera on. Clearly, no tea, no shade. Hey, we've all done it. But it's an unfortunate place to do it at. And then the judge is like, "Hey, are you going to be representing yourself or do you have legal counsel with you?" And I'm like, "Hey, I just got served on Friday. I've never talked to this man. Um and so I guess I'm representing myself." And he was like, "Well, no, we can postpone and you can get legal counsel." And I was like, "TTT, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha." So I decided to do that. I've reached out to a couple lawyers. I've had a couple referrals. And so I will have legal counsel. Don't worry, everyone. I'll be fine. Hopefully, and we'll figure it out together. But I think that, like, this is exactly what he wanted, right? He wanted me to be scared, and I am. So congratulations. Also, picture this. Also, picture this. I'm sitting by myself in my cunty fucking outfit, and a 47-year-old man and his mom are on the other side. That's all. Um, that's super cute. But that's neither here nor there. Actually, I don't know if that's his mom or not, but I think it is. But whatever. Because he doesn't like him that old. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. But yeah, so that's that's the tea. And like also being able to have that conversation and just be at peace with like this person, like this person think thought I did a good job, and that's who I was doing it for. So maybe that's enough, you know. And I want to be an advocate for real. I do. It's just it's hard. It's really um taken an effect on my mental well-being in the last year. We were talking on the phone, and like it's almost been a full year since all this started. I can't speak for her, but I'm very grateful um about my chapter in this. Like, this is a chapter that I'm going to look back on and I'm going to be like, you did that, you know? And because this happened, I think I've learned so much about how strong I actually am, and I've learned so much about trusting my intuition and trusting my moral instincts and that sort of thing. And this whole situation has made me such a better leader, and it's made me such a better friend, and it's made me such a better just person overall. And so I don't know. I know that that's their goal. They want to silence me. And to a certain extent maybe they'll be successful, but I think the point for me right now is the advocacy work that I would like to do moving forward is offline. So I think if and when I move home, which I might not move home now as soon as I thought I was gonna, which is totally cool. Because I also like driving back home, I also got scared of home. And like that's so shitty to let like a 47-year-old man who had to show up with his mom to court make me scared of home again. But like I think more than anything, I just like the opinions of those around me. Oh my god. I hate the idea of being perceived by people who know me. And so like that thought so scares me. um and so I don't know. Um it's crazy. It's just like a whole mental thing because like the fear itself doesn't come from them. I don't like I was very happy that they perceived me. It's more of like that little girl who was always told that she was too much or whatever. I think that especially with the stuff that I've been doing now, it's hard for me not to look in the mirror and still feel that way about myself. And project that onto people who know me already and who I perceive that had that opinion of me back back when. Um and I think that's my fear of home. I hate being in the vicinity of people that I may know adjacent. Like I'm really comfortable obviously with like my friends, but like anybody else from home who like may just perceive me, I'm just like, you know. Um so I don't know. Someday I will be I will be a little bit more fearless in my advocacy, but today is not that. I think I still have a lot to lose. I think I have more to lose than the 47-year-old with his mom in the stands. Since that's, yeah, would it be better for me to say the name, you know? No, because I have a fucking protective order, you know. Um any hoozles. Yeah, I woke up at 4 and then I made sure that I left by 4:45 so that I could get to court. But I have a stalking order against me and I had to drive fucking 3.5 hours to get to where he lives. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So my friend, she sent me this meme. My friend sent me this meme that was like when your ex-boyfriend texts you at the end of the night and it's like, "Woo! I'm on my way out" or some shit. But it's like basically like I'm leaving. Like I'm so happy that my ex texted me and now I'm leaving with him, basically. Um and I told her the story of how I hit my rock bottom. So we're going to tell the story of how I hit my rock. I might have told it in real time. I don't necessarily remember that time on the podcast too well, because I was really going through a lot. But um, okay, so not Lollapalooza last year, but the Lollapalooza before. I had just gone through a really, really nasty breakup. I had just had to move across the country to escape this man. And not just escape him, but I also had gotten sexually harassed at my workplace. So it was just like a whole big situation. Like it all happened at once and I was on the other side of the country when it all happened. So Lollapalooza was supposed to be like sort of my big first thing back. Like I moved back in July and Lollapalooza is the first weekend in August. And so I go to this fucking festival. Honestly, I miss half of it because I get too high and I miss the train. When I'm in town, if and when I'm in town, I usually go to the Homewood station. I really like the Homewood station. I know it's safe. I know it's whatever. I used to go to the Richmond Park one, but then me and my brother got chased out by a man once, and I got really freaked out, and I haven't been back since. And I don't know if chased is even the right word, but like I got freaked out. Followed is a better word. Um, but I ran because it was nighttime. And I'm a puss. So yeah, I go to Homewood and so like I take the train up and me and one of my high school best friends, like we had, this was like the first time we would be seeing each other in a while and like we had a lot to sort of discuss and like catch up on and like we were both a little nervous and like whatever, right? But we decide to go to brunch. And we go to, I don't even remember the name of the place. I think it shut down actually. And probably because motherfuckers were getting too drunk in there. So my rock bottom was me and my gal friend, we eat our little brunch and then we go upstairs and party. And she's a bartender in Chicago. So she knows all the people. So she's connected, okay? So she be getting free shit places. And so we knew some of the bartenders, so they were just like giving us shots. And babe, I first of all, we had a lot of fun. We danced a little bit, but we also unpacked everything that had happened over the last 5 years that we hadn't really spoken or saw each other. And so we had a lot to unpack. And at the time, I was I was just finally starting to get over my college enthrallment. I don't even want to call it a situationship because it's not that. But we just had like such a deep, I don't even know how to explain it. We had a very deep connection. And I was not coping with us deciding not to be friends or whatever anymore. Like he and I, like that, I've never loved somebody as much as I love that person. And like I still love him. I hope he's doing great now. But at the time I was still very angry with him. And so me and my friend were discussing it. Like I drunk call him like many times, and then and then she falls down the stairs as we're trying to leave, and then I stumble. I have no idea what my name is at this point. Like I don't even know how I'm walking. Okay, this bitch, she's wearing heels. We're stumbling. I see a guy on the side of the road. She calls herself an Uber. She gets in her Uber, and I make sure that she's in her Uber, but I don't make sure that I call myself an Uber. Like I know what happened, but I was in a dream state. You know what I mean? Um and then and then I pay this guy on the side of the road. I pay this man 40 US dollars to help me call an Uber on my fucking phone. And you know what? He probably needed that $40. But I paid him $40 to help me call an Uber on my phone. And then I sat at Lollapalooza. I sat by the T-Mobile stage for like, I don't know, 45 minutes. I meet this dude. I smoke a joint with him. He offers me mushrooms and I'm like, "Babe, I'm so drunk. If I add another thing to the," and I've at that point I had never done mushrooms. The tea is I was like, "I'm not adding another substance to this." And he was like, "That's totally fair." And then I leave him. I forget why, but I leave him. I go to the bathroom. And then on the way out of the bathroom, guess who wipes out? I fell. And this was a year that Lollapalooza was rainy, and so it was muddy as fuck everywhere. I have pictures of me with like just mud all over my ass. It was just such a like, and I was so drunk that I didn't even really care. But then I did call my brother like super embarrassed, and I was like, "Hey, hey, I got drunk and I fell. I got drunk and I fell. Should I come home?" And my brother was like, "Ah, girl, shut the fuck up." And like basically hung up. No, he wasn't that mean about it, but he was just like, "Girl." And needless to say, I took the train home. I took like the 2 p.m. train home. Like it was so embarrassing. and and not only did I just take the 2 p.m. train home, I was muddy. I was drunk. I was like literally, I had probably pissed myself from falling. Like I came home after that and I had a literal crisis. My brother can attest, like I was like, this is my rock bottom. I was having such a meltdown. And I don't know, man. I told myself after that was my last Lollapalooza, but I went last year. So um yeah. She told me that those are the stories I should tell on the podcast. But like That's embarrassing. That's I paid a guy $40. 40 US dollars. And there I forget who was headlining that night, but I wanted to see them. It was terrible. I miss Sabrina Carpenter so bad. Um yeah, like I said, I've been up since 4. Oh, I also started a version of 75 Soft. I'm just so bad with discipline. Y'all, so when I booked my flight to Malaysia, um I the little app was like, "Hey, you only have 75 days left until your flight." And I was like, "What if is that my sign?" You know? And so I was like, "Let me my only so here are my rules. I'm not allowed to eat fast food, okay? Today I ate a taquito from 7-Eleven. I don't know if that counts. I don't really care. I was having a not great day. But fast food is something that I've been addicted to since probably my senior year of high school. Um and so it's something that I want to cut out until I go abroad. Another thing, oh, I try to do 45 minutes of exercise a day. Now, today I didn't do it. And Sunday, no, Saturday I didn't do it. So am I really sticking to 75 soft? No. But I'm trying. I'm doing 75 soft, trying my best edition, you know. Um where I have the goals and I try to do 3 out of 4 or something like that. Like water's on there, reading's on there, 45 minutes worth of exercise, and no fast food. No fast food and the 45 minutes of exercise are ones that I try to do every day, right? The other two are like, do your best. But like I try to do the 45 minutes and I try to do the eating. But well, and I like that I made the eating stipulation so simple because I'm like, bitch, you can eat whatever you want if it's from festival. Obviously, I know that I'm trying to eat better and do better, so I have been. And I've also been just grocery shopping for like the day, which I have a grocery store that's really, really close to my house, so I can do that. But like, that's as somebody who I recently got over my fear of grocery stores. I used to have that was my biggest social anxiety trigger was grocery stores. And I think COVID is the reason for that. I don't think I was anxious in grocery stores before COVID. I was a little bit like I hated grocery shopping, but like COVID in Florida will really wreck your shit, you know. Oh, they don't care about nothing down there. Anywho, but so I've been going in there and being like, you're gonna eat this pack of fruit for the next day, and then you're gonna get your meat of choice. I always go to like the bargain bin. Yeah, y'all meat section got a bargain bin because mine does. I go to the bargain bin meat section and I find whatever's cheap and I usually eat that. And honestly, it's been really good for my mental. It makes me leave the house every day. Not every day, but close to every day. It gives me an excuse to leave and like it makes it such that like I don't get sick of what I'm eating because I'm like I chose it the day or the day prior. You know, I don't know. It's been really helpful for somebody who has food problems. Like food noise has been such a big part of my life literally since I was like we've talked about it like since I was like 7 and so yeah to mitigate that as much as I can of like, well, you know that like these 20 things are healthy and you can go pick them out of the store whenever you want. You know, that was really helpful. I also made chocolate walnut banana bread. It's so good. It's so good. I that's another thing. I've really just like with that too, and maybe this is just how you're supposed to grocery shop. Maybe I'm the one that's behind. or like I don't know. I just like I'm figuring out how to adult for the first time, and it feels really nice. And um I've been because of that, I use everything that I've been buying because I know that it's in there because I've been going so frequently. I don't know. It's been really I creating a healthy relationship to the grocery store has been a game changer for me. And I know that that sounds silly and dumb, but it used to be such a place of anxiety for I felt like I was in everybody, and part of why I think I'm better in grocery stores now is because I just value myself more. Back when I felt like I was a burden on everyone, I hated grocery stores because I always felt like I was in everyone's way, and it was just such a I don't know, there's just so much going on. But yeah, I don't know. I've been really into my healthy habit, my healthy girl shit lately. And like I'm ready to put up the cleats, you know, of this phase of advocacy. Like I like we've seen I go in phases, you know. I was really active in Stager when Black Lives Matter happened. Not happened. It's not like it's like a once a year, once every few years event. Black Lives Matter is always happening. But when George Floyd was murdered, um, and there was new light shown onto the movement, I was active in Stager then. I was active in Stager for this, and I think it's time for me to go back into hiatus until a new wave of evidence comes through, you know, and I can really be in it then. I um I am really passionate about this though, and I'm like maybe I should go back to school for journalism or something, you know. Cuz I do this a little bit and maybe I don't need to go to school to do it and maybe I just can teach myself, you know, but I want to make sure that I'm asking the right questions when I get there, because this will be a project of mine someday. Someday we are going to bring to light everything that's happened, and it'll come forward, and I believe that to be true. It'll just take a new wave of evidence, you know. But I can be put in the cage until then, you know, until a new cause comes around, you know, because if there's injustice, bitch, I'll be there. You know that. So, yeah, I don't know. Thank you for listening. I figured you guys wanted the tea, so I quick recorded a emergency session. So I don't know. It's gonna be okay. And I know I was being shitty and making fun of him and his mom, but it's okay for your mom to support you. It's okay. It's good that your mom supports you. That's sweet. I wish that all, everyone supported their children the way that conservative women like loved loved their sons. Does that make sense? It's just like you're willing to overlook so much, you know. And I know I'll never understand what love like that feels like because I'm not a white man. You know what I mean? But that's that on that. All right. I love you guys very much. Dante's poop. So yeah, love you. Drink some water and clean your fucking face, bitch. Love you. Bye.